Hello guys, it's me again, here with another true story. Actually, bunch of them, bunch of little small stories that I didn't know exactly how to name, but figured I should just go out and tell it. But I've experienced some small but nevertheless miraculous moments. Maybe that's what I'll call it. But yeah. A couple of them were just things that were like an inch away from harming me, and I was completely unaware of them, and yet walked right past them and completely unscathed, like missed it impossibly. One of those times happened recently. I was walking with a bunch of friends and I was listening to all of them speak to each other, and one of them noticed that I was about to scrape my head on some cactus that I was walking towards. But when she looked at me, I noticed she had something to say to me, so I was like, huh? And then she said it, but I couldn't hear her exactly. I was like, what? And whew, and her face was just, yes, as we were walking, she's like, I need to talk to you. And like, as everything's like moving behind us, so I moved to the left. Anyways, so that was one of them. This just happens all the time for me. Probably more than I even realize. A couple of times that were also weird. This one especially. I have a usual path to the store that I live next to, Fry's, and I walk the same path, but sometimes I walk barefoot. In fact, this time I was often walking barefoot, and I went to the store twice, or sorry, went there, went back, but on the first time, I saw it coming. I walked it around, and on the second time coming back, I stepped over it, like straight through it, and didn't get touched by it at all. And I was like, whoa, that was scary. Walked home. A couple of days later, did the same thing, except on my way there, I stepped through it, didn't get a single scratch or touch of glass. Somehow, without paying attention or while being on my phone or listening to music, both times I stepped over it and didn't get touched at all by any glass, even though it shattered on that spot and there was all those little pieces of glass everywhere. And not even those got even close to my feet, apparently. Or maybe they were just outside of my feet. But completely unscathed. That was scary. Right after that point, I was like, okay, I'm cleaning this up, because even though it might happen again for me, I don't want this to happen to anybody else, because they might get their foot fucked up forever. So I cleaned it up myself, even though it was like the middle of the night. Kind of dorky, but I did it. And I'm glad I did. I mean, it's not there anymore, so that's good. I can walk barefoot again. I don't know if I can remember any other times where I was like foot away from getting hit by something. Except for like, a couple times when I was a kid and somebody like pulled me out of the way, but none that I like somehow, without any help from anyone, miraculously avoided because of just perfect timing. That shit still happens a lot, but it's like, I've got to be there, to write it down. There was another time where I did get hit by something, but it was right at the right time. I was starting to cross that line where I said, I'm never going to forgive, and right then, got a thorn in my foot. Right on the heel, and in the center of the heel, too. It was smack dab, like, gah. Ugh. Anyway. Some other small miraculous stories, like the street lamps sometimes when I'm walking by and I see a dying street lamp, I put my heart up against it, and I think really hard about the energy I want to give back to it, and I consider that to be love. So I think about loving that street lamp, you know, be like, come on, buddy, you can bring back, come on, fight, you know, and stuff like that. And I take deep breaths, and on the exhale, miraculously, it works. They just slowly start to bring back on the exhale. Even though I've been having it on there for a while, it like flickers and stuff, and sometimes you'll see in a heartbeat, it will flicker back, like duh, 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 duh. But on the exhale, when you really fucking give it all your love, it just returns. It's scary, cool, but I've done it twice now and failed once. But I didn't try the exhale or anything. I was being approached by someone, I think. And I was like, I'm out of here. So that was a couple miraculous stories. See you again next week.